All right, so now I want to deal with delay lines as my first effect. So I want to make some space in my patch, and in fact, going to do two things because I'm going to now use my left and right for dry signal, wet signal, so with and without effects. So I'm going to use another set of gates, audio gates. And just move them over a little bit. Make a comment. So this is my dry signal. And copy the whole thing. Wet signal control. And so I'm going to set up delay line. And to do a delay line in Max, you use a pair of objects. The first is a tap in tilde, and that defines the delay line, and you have to say how long the delay line is. What's your maximum delay time in milliseconds? I'm just going to be um, generous and say that I have a 10,000 millisecond delay line, or 10 seconds. Memory's cheap. Going to move that over here. Can make a copy of the audio going in. And so this audio is just being copied into a buffer. You can think of buffers as like, or a delay line as like a circular buffer. Stuff comes in, and each sample that comes in is being written to time 0, and the previous sample is being pushed over 1. And until you get to 10 seconds, and then whatever is in the memory gets erased by the incoming signal. So to hear the delay, I need a second object called tap out, and I can do my initial delay, and let's just say 500 milliseconds or half a second. And I will show you, if you go over to the console, when I added the tap out, it wasn't connected, and it says tap out, no tap in object connected. I mean, it's impossible to put them in together at the same time, so you're going to get that. And you can see it's not red. It didn't tell you that's a fatal mistake or audio is not going to process. So it's going to go there, and I'm going to take this, run it into this wet signal gate, and then I'm going to switch over and start playing around with this a little bit. So mute my video mic. This is my dry signal, so nothing's different when I go through here. And now I've added delay. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. And what you're hearing is initially the dry signal in your left headphone or left speaker, and then the delay coming in the right half a second later. Now, I can go through and change this by adding a float, point input, and you see there's only one inlet. So if I'm sending a number, this is going to change my delay time that I'm reading out. This tap in to tap out, this is my logical connection. You see, it's not audio, it's like a data connection. It's kind of like when you're using buffer and you name your buffer and then you use a groove object and you refer to a buffer name. This is making that connection that the name makes when you're doing buffer and groove. So I'm going to go through here and I can adjust this time. So let's say I'm going to switch back into patching mode. Hello, hello, still, the half second. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. So I'm adjusting the time of the delay out. Now, a couple other cool things I can do while I've got this going. I can add multiple delay outs. So let's say I want a little bit of a quick set of echoes. I can do a 250, 500, and 750. And now you see I do get 3 inputs and I have 3 outputs. So each one of these is an audio output. I can go in, and if I switch back over, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. I'm getting the output at each of these times, and I could change each of these times. By adding 3 number boxes. So it's going to wait half a second, and then it's going to have 3 delays, 250 milliseconds apart. One, 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 two, 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 three, 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 three. All right. Now it's not a bad idea before moving any further to control our output audio levels. So we're doing live audio, and we're going to start adding effects. It's very easy to get in a situation where you're going to overload the system. You're going to get feedback or have some other problem. So we've got a set of dynamic control objects in Max called OMX objects, or Optimax is the company. So new object, OMX, and you can see I've got peak limiter, 4-band compressor, 5-band compressor, single band compressor, and then I have multi-channel versions of the same. I just want to do the basic peak limiter. Not going to worry about any other stuff right now, any other settings. It's a stereo compressor, or stereo limiter, sorry, and I can come straight out. And it's going to limit to 0 dB, so I cannot go above for anything I do. And I can show you a little bit of that. I'm going to go back into mic audio, and I'm going to go into the red up here. It won't go into the red down here. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. And especially with the delay lines, if I'm sustaining anything and delays are stacking up, it's easy to go over 0. You can tell at the very end, this went into the red, but this didn't. And so that's just straight, no overblowing the system there. Nice safety thing. So we'll start doing this as kind of a standard. This part of the patch down here, peak limiter into live gain into my DAC, easy DAC, just to protect ourselves. All right. Next, we're going to do a little bit more with feedback and delay lines.